Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to your Monday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets. You know, they say the devil works hard, but the two bucks work harder. And we are here bringing you a show today after trying to pre-record last night because of my training at 11. Drew had Wi-Fi issues, internet issues that might still be going on. But regardless, we're here. And speaking of Drew, I'm glad I got you here with me today, my guy. How are you, Uncle Buck?
Everybody just keep your finger.
Right on cue as he fades out. Again, audio issues for Uncle Buck, having some internet issues, but we wanted to at least hop on here and have a show for y'all today on this Monday as we get geared up for Memphis Grizzlies basketball tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies play a home preseason opener tonight against the Detroit Pistons in the FedEx Forum. It's our first meaningful Grizzlies basketball game, I guess, in a while. If you can call preseason meaningful, but we wanted to make sure that we got on here. We talked about that today. So on Mondays, just because we're having an early show, just because it's rainy outside, and just because Uncle Buck is having internet issues, doesn't mean we're not going to start our Monday off like every single Monday that we start, and that is with our Best in Beef. Welcome back to the show again on Mondays. Every single Monday, we start our show off the same way with our Best and Beef of the Week, brought to you by Donna's Italian Beef. Donna's Italian Beef, 509 Constitution Drive, Iuka, Mississippi. Your home for the best sack lunch, biscuit breakfast on your way to Pickwick Lake. Stop by, see Jim and the gang at Donna's Italian Beef. Get you a tenderloin biscuit. Get you a biscuit and chocolate gravy. If you're on your way to the lake, get a burger. Get a slug burger. Get an Italian beef. I don't care what you get. Get whatever you need on your way to Pickwick Lake at Donna's Italian Beef. Shout out to my cousin Jim for sponsoring the segment and being a big fan of the show. We appreciate you, Jim. Looks like we got Uncle Buck back in the studio.
Yeah, so one of the perks about having the internet service provider work in the same building as you is that I can send him a text and be like, hey, what's going on? And I think you rebooted me and hopefully fixed me right here in the middle of the show. So
yeah, so welcome to our Best in Beef segment. I carried the water for you while you were lagging out there for a minute.
Yeah, appreciate that. That. That's why it's good to have two of us in here instead of one. Because what in the world would happen if Josh Pate's internet went down when he's solo showing for an hour? So I don't know what you'd do. So yeah, apologies for that, but we. You get what you pay for, as the bottom third of the screen will say at the end of the show. So
yeah, that's it.
All right, so my best of the week. I'm gonna do best then beef, and they work together. I got a full Saturday at home by myself, in which I was able to watch football with just me and my dog. I ordered pizza, got it. Even shared some with my dog Ted because he was being a good boy, and I got to do all that without wives or kids on a Saturday. It was marvelous. My beef of the week is the reason why I was by myself was because I spent all Friday night calling Ralph, hugging the porcelain, and scared my wife, my pregnant wife, into fleeing with the kids for the Saturday, so they wouldn't get sick. Thankfully, I was able to get to feeling better by the 2:30 games, and was able to just enjoy football. So maybe it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, you get what you pay for, even in life sometimes, right? Like you got it. Sometimes there's some sacrifice in order to get some time alone to watch football. And what was a good day of football, which we will get to later today or tomorrow as we're trying to fit this show in. Definitely want to talk some Grizz preseason that we'll get to here in a minute. My best and beef of the week, and I talked about it this morning on the Daily Grind. I did not think I was going to be on the show today, but I mean, it still holds true. Had a great weekend with Maggie, a lot of downtime. We fired up the Blackstone last night. I made some chicken fajitas on the Blackstone that were just killer. Went to one of our favorite restaurants called Slider Inn yesterday in Memphis. If you know, you know. They serve these little sliders, Drew. They've got like a burger, a Chick-fil-A knockoff, a buffalo chicken. But I had the brunch ones yesterday, which was like a hangover cure. It's like a chorizo patty. Then I had a BLT and bacon BLT and egg, which was phenomenal. And a carnitas, all around great restaurant. Just a good Memphis weekend. Went to Grind City Brewing on Saturday for their Oktoberfest, which was awesome. I let Zach talk me into competing in the keg toss, which parlays into my beef of the week. And that is that I went first because all the ladies went, and then I went first. And I mean,
because you were in the women's division, or
I was no. So all the ladies went first. I'm standing up front talking to Bill Seeley, who is the owner of Grind City Brewing. We're hanging out like right at the front of the line. He's getting a ton of footage. I'm just chatting with him. Well, then I don't realize it that the ladies finish, and Jordan points at me and is like, "You're up first." And I'm like, "Me?" So I went out there, went first, got a heck of a toss, felt good about it. And for 90% of the day of the men, I felt great. Like I was crushing and nobody was coming close. And then this little wiry dude walks up there and literally like Hopper has to lay down in line with my flag. And it was like his divot was like that far out past it, like that far out past it. But the one consolation is I'm 10 years older than this dude. So I felt pretty good about that, being older than him. He only beat me by that much, and then nobody else came close. But congratulations to you, Mr. West Virginia Mountaineer. I guess that's the one thing. He had on a West Virginia hat. So that's the only thing the Mountaineers are going to win this year.
You know, you can't really, hold on to this because you regret being old. Like you hold so dearly your youth. So you can't in turn use it as a, as a boost for your own self-confidence. Like, oh yeah, but I'm old. When the rest of your life, you're just like, oh, I'm old. Like, which one's it going to be? Are you going to relish in you're going to relish in your youth and regret being old, or use your old to be superior over the youths?
It's called a blessing and a curse. The blessing of being old is that you can use it as an excuse when you don't succeed. Then the curse is you can use it. I'm just old. I'm just getting older. So it's a blessing and a curse. You can use it both ways. Here rules the $2 if you go both ways. But we're going to be quick today. Again, I've got a training at the top of the hour. So we're going to hit the bumper video. We're going to dive right into some Grizzlies talk. Kenny can get upset if we don't play the commercial later. He can yell at me. I'll just let it go to voicemail.
That's right, segment number 2 on your Monday edition of the $2 Sports Show, your brunch edition of the $2 Sports Show. Everybody loves brunch, and that's how you know you're getting old. So the Grizzlies are playing basketball tonight, and it's not practice in practice uniforms. It is
practice.
It is games that don't matter, but they're all going to be in matching uniforms. They're going to be standing. There's going to be structure with minutes and fouls and the whole shooting match, and we can actually see something that we've been prognosticating about for about 4 months now. We're going to see Cedric Coward don that number 23 jersey and actually play basketball on television tonight.
Absolutely. And hang with me because I didn't have time to set the studio up. I've got a little overlay here. If we go off screen, you get what you pay for. Hey, it worked. All right. So the Grizzlies played tonight against the Detroit Pistons right here at the FedEx Forum. The Pistons open as a 3.5-point home favorite. But like Drew said, tonight is about No more arguing over a Grizzlies Mount Rushmore. No more arguing about what could have been with Marcus Smart or Desmond Bain, or if we had traded for Nick Claxton, or if we had gone and gotten Jordan Clarkson, or whoever bum you want to put in here that you wanted to go get. Me, on the other hand, I wanted Cam Johnson or Domantas Sabonis. So I'll say I actually went for the good players. But none of that matters anymore, Drew, because we lace them up tonight and play the up-and-coming Detroit Pistons, who again open as a 3.5-point home favorite. Drew, what are you looking for tonight in this first preseason game?
There's only one thing I care about, and that's Cedric Coward. Yeah. I mean, it's such low-hanging fruit, and as a journalist / podcaster like I am, I want to give you stuff that you're not thinking about, different angles. I want to prove to everybody that I'm smarter, but it is low-hanging fruit for a reason. We traded 2 draft picks and took Cedric Coward with the number 10th pick, a pick that we were acquired by trading away Desmond Bain. He is the third piece of the future. We are super high on him, but we have yet to see him play basketball on television, possibly ever. And so, yes, this is what I'm looking forward to. I want to see Cedric Coward.
Absolutely. And so you can go on FanDuel right now, FanDuel.com. You're home for all your Memphis Grizzly bets this year and place lines. When I made this last night, these were literally the only bets you could make. They've opened up a ton more for players to score 10+, 20+, 25+. So go on there, get your bets in before tip-off tonight. And I'm like Drew. I want to see Cedric Coward. I do. I want to see him have a game tonight. Just come out and give us glimpses of what it can be. But I am here for the G.G. Jackson and Vince Williams Jr. revenge tour. I don't think either one of them are going to come and be like a 6 man of the year type candidate or most improved player type candidate, Drew. But if I can get some competency out of those two, you talked about it a couple last week, it feels like the floor on this team is higher and our ceiling is infinite. We don't really know what the ceiling is.
Indefinite.
But if those two, indefinite, that's what you said. Thank you. If these two can give us anything, Vince defensively, I don't even need him to get buckets. I just need him to go back out there and be that defensive maniac that he was 2 seasons ago. And if Gigi can form any semblance of attacking the rim and getting downhill, finding his shot, then our second unit will be able to go toe-to-toe with any second unit in the league. And so I want to see the start of the revenge tour tonight. I don't need to see 30 points from Gigi and 12 steals from Vince, but I need to see enough that tells me that these guys are healthy, especially Vince, because I don't think he was ever truly healthy last year, and that this offseason was exactly what they needed to get their confidence and psyche back.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm only going to – that's where I'm going to have 100% of my – I feel like I know what Gigi and Vince are, and – Vince, I don't know that there's anything preseason that will make me put him in the top 11 when it comes to who's going to actually play this season. I just think there's too many players there. He can make it undeniable, but I don't think you can make it undeniable in the preseason. I could be wrong, fair. But that's kind of where I'm at.
And it's just game one. Like you said, we need to see some of the guys knocking the rust off, especially Cedric Coward. This will only be, the 19th game that Coach Tomas Isalo has coached for this Memphis Grizzlies team, because he got, 15 kind of at the end of last year?
So he got 9 regular season games, 2 play-in games, and 4 playoff games. So 15.
16?
Yeah.
So this will be the 16th game we've seen Coach Isalo coach. And so I want to see what this motion offense looks like. Last year, we ran a freelance motion offense with no direction, positionless. A lot of guys didn't really know where they were going, and you could tell. This year, he promises pace, intensity, and aggressiveness, but with direction and a purpose. And that's the biggest thing that I want to start seeing is how this system kind of plays in. What's the purpose? How do we move? Are we setting these pick and rolls? What does it look like getting Ja coming off a dribble handoff at the top of the key from Jock Landale tonight? What does this offense look like when he gets in the paint and we've got guys moving on the perimeter? Is there those open threes, especially in the corner that Tomas talked about? Because if we can get Ty Jerome or Cedric Coward, KCP comfortable in that corner 3 spot, Drew, then this offense is going to be exactly what we've been looking for to play around our superstar Ja Morant. Ja Morant is an attacker. He gets downhill and he attacks the rim. But if you can give him options, he's also one of the best at deciding mid-air where to throw the basketball. Because half the time, he doesn't know if he's going to shoot or pass until he's in midair. And giving him those options is going to be huge. So for me, I also want to see this system just start getting legs for Tomas Isolo and how it's actually going to play out in meaningful basketball.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to start. I think there's a lot of hope that Jaren Jackson Jr. will be available for the New Orleans Pelicans home game opening night, but you're not going to see Jaren Jackson Jr. in the preseason at all.
Absolutely
and
not.
So I'm curious who's going to start. I wonder if what Tomas's idea of preseason is. The way he talks about competitiveness and chippiness makes me think that you're going to see a lot of Ja Morant. But I could be wrong about that. And so I'm curious to see what the starting lineup is going to be like. You're obviously going to be without Jaren. You're going to be without Edey. You're going to be without Brandon. And there may be a game or two in which Ja doesn't play. It's just the nature of preseason. But for tonight, if we're assuming that this is going to be a Ja Morant game, I'm be curious to see what the lineup will be. I'm sure it's going to be Ja, Jalen, KCP, Santi, and Jock Landale. It's what I don't really I don't know who you'd pull out of that, or who you'd sub in, except for maybe Gigi or for
Cedric. Like we've talked about, put Cedric in at the 2, and let Cedric and KCP be your wings. I mean, that's
what I would like to see happen. I just don't think that's what's going to happen.
I think we'll see that at some point in the preseason, but I agree. I don't think that's going to be tonight. I think tonight you're going to run out a very similar starting lineup to what you saw last year with Ja and Jalen in the front court, in the back court. Add KCP there. Santi's going to get some run at the 4, and then Jock is a placeholder for Zach Edey until he gets back and mans the 5, which is also good, Drew. That's a good talking point because Jock Landale has said and has demonstrated that he is made for this type of system. He said when he was playing in Europe, Isolo was coaching over in Europe, and he saw that system and thought that that's something that I would excel in. Right. Now we get to see the two marry. So what we've seen with Jock Landale so far with his time in Houston is he is very athletic. He's very smart, moving without the basketball. He's a great pick setter, and he's a great rim protector. And so tonight, he's going to be that guy that kind of helps get this offense in gear with Ja Morant, because as we talked about last week on the Tomas episode, he loves to have that center come out and set the offense at the high post. It kind of gives me shades and flashes back to Marc Gasol running that offense just outside the free throw line on those old grit and grind teams. If Jock Landale comes out and is that guy and has a whale of a preseason, I love Zach Edey. I do. I think I'm a big Zach Edey guy. You're a known Zach Edey hater. Do you think there's anything that Jock Landale can do this preseason that's going to usurp Zach Edey returning to the starting lineup?
No. Jock Landale's a backup big if Zach Edey's here. That's how it should be. And I'm not as – I've always been not willing to go as far as everybody else with Edey, but it's always postseason.
Saying I'm a hater.
No, it's not a hater. You want to paint me as a hater, but I'm more measured in my assessment of him. It's all postseason related, though. I've been on record many times saying I hope Zach Edey has a really good, and he probably should have a really good regular season. But when you get played off the court in postseason, the tune's going to change, and I'm going to be on the front end of that. So, no, I don't think there's a big on this roster that should start over Zach Edey, period. Like, it's just not. You spend the number 9 pick in the draft on him. He's a freak. I mean, just look at the guy. And, oh, God. Ja Morant suffered a sprained left ankle, is considered week to week. Per Michael Cole.
No, you're
Michael Cole.
You're lying.
Nope. Or DeMichael Cole's lying. I just read it.
Oh my! Here we are talking about nice things, and DeMichael. I'm pulling up the tweet right now. Yeah, Grizzlies team Ja Morant suffered a sprained left ankle in practice yesterday. He is considered week to week. Drew, this is one of the things. This is one of the things we've talked about. Like, it always feels like the Grizzlies can't make it through a few games without there being some type of injury, practice, preseason, training camp, whatever you want to call it. Like, oh man, that's frustrating because that's hard to not like. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, the Grizzlies are cursed and snake bit, but live reaction, like that sucks. That's a gut punch that we cannot get or stay healthy when you got Ja Morant, whose goal is to play 70 games this year. And we can't even make it.
I mean, he said 82.
I mean, that's it. Yeah.
So week to week, opening night is. I'm looking at the Pistons. My bad. Opening night is October 22nd. So in 16 days, that
Little
gives
over
you
2
2 weeks. You are
Mhm.
not going to see John Moran in preseason at all. Scottie Pippen, welcome.
Yep.
You will
Want
start.
to revise that starting lineup for tonight?
Just did. Scottie Pippen, welcome.
Yeah.
Listen, this sucks, man. I don't want to get too down. I mean,
Yeah.
shoot, Jaren Jackson Jr. got hurt with a turf toe in practice. Like, he should be back. Josh should be back. It's just we had this whole show about how the Grizzlies are back, and it turns out they are back. They have this is still the Grizzlies, and they are back.
Yeah, Drew, I'm still going to choose to be optimistic because we have an opportunity to see what we've got in Scottie Pippen Jr. Get Ty Jerome a bit of run in the preseason. And hang on.
Okay. It's okay to be negative.
And it's preseason.
We've known about this for a minute. It's okay to be salty. You don't have to be the bigger man yet. Okay.
I am. I'm choosing the high road because I'm on record. The last couple of weeks, like there's too much negativity in our fan base anyway. This sucks. Like I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not dancing around the fact that this sucks. And if it's going to happen, let's get it out of the way now in the preseason and let's get healthy for the regular season.
You're a real evil man for wanting to turn the page while you're not thinking for your co-man here, because I just really want to revel in this for a minute, and you're being Mr. High Road, making me be miserable by myself. That's not friendship.
It's because, again, I'm tired of being the negative Nancy fan base, right? Like I want to choose some positivity here, and I'm going to. As a physical therapist, I can say that an ankle sprain means a lot of things.
How about this for physical therapists? You know what happened the last time one of our players had repeated rolled ankles? Is he had surgery so he wouldn't roll his ankle anymore. How many more rolled ankles does John Morant need until he needs surgery?
A lot, because he's not rolling his ankle as consistently as Zach Edey was within such a short amount of time. Here's my thoughts. As an ankle sprain, there's 4 different grades. There's a grade 1, which is what we're going to hope this is, and John Morant is truly week to week. It's just like you would turn your ankle, it's sore and swollen for a few days. He's back to basketball activities in a few short weeks. It could turn into a grade 4, which is what I think that Zach Edey was trending towards, what Vince Williams Jr. has been having, and some issues that we've seen on this team before as Uncle Buck freezes on your screen. We'll let him get his Wi-Fi kind of squared away a little bit. But John Morant turning his ankle it sucks. It is what it is. It's a bummer that we see this happen time and time again with these Grizzlies. But remember, there are 4 different grades to ankle sprains. I'm hoping that by them saying he's week to week and this coming out today, a day later, that's more of a grade 1 or grade 2. A grade 1 or grade 2, you just kind of stretch the ligament. There's no actual tearing or fraying of the ligament like you'd see at a 3 or 4. And that means that we're going to have a short window of him trying to recover, him back to basketball activities in just a few short weeks, and John Morant doing John Morant things by the time we tip off in 16 days. And so we're going to choose to believe this is a grade 1 or 2 until proven otherwise. And that's where we're going to stay.
Yeah. Can you hear me? I can't really do anything. I can't do anything right now. So, listen, that's fine. I feel like I just ordered food. I just delivered food to Mark Sanchez. That's what I feel like right now.
I mean, it's a gut punch. It sucks. Like, there's no 2 ways around it. It's a bummer. Like,
it's not a season ending. I mean, we've seen season ending injuries at this point, and that's fine. That's fine. And
choosing to remain positive here.
Again, I place an inordinate amount of blame on last season on John Morant's inability to play basketball, and you saw media day in which he was happy, went on his world tour, everything went well. And then you're like, okay, this year's different. You've got a coach that's going to be able to hold him accountable, and there's just things that you can't avoid. And unfortunately, the things that you can't avoid seem to happen a lot with John Morant, and I'm not ready to have the bigger conversation. That's not the time or place or even warranted right now.
No.
But it just sucks.
And honestly, it should be shocking. Like, I don't mean this disrespectful to Ja at all, like by any stretch of the imagination, what I'm about to say here. But I'm not ready to have that. He's injury prone. He's in the likes of Pitty, Tracy McGrady, Brandon Roy type conversations right now. What I'm wanting to say is, again, we knew this was going to happen. Ja Morant is going to get hurt. Like death taxes, Ja Morant's going to have some nagging injuries throughout the basketball season. We're going to have those. Let's get them out of the way now in the preseason when the games don't matter. You're playing Detroit tonight. Ja probably wasn't going to play past the midway point of the second quarter anyway, maybe even not the first quarter. So he's just going to get a little bit more rest. Is it a bummer? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and try and pretend like everything's perfect and great and we've got Ja Morant, blah, blah, like whatever. We were just super excited. But I again, this is that gut punch because we wanted to see Ja Morant. We wanted to see him in this new offense. I had literally just finished talking about how I wanted to see Jock and Ja running that high post pick and roll dribble handoff that is famous for Tomas Isolo's offense. Wanted to get a taste of that tonight as we get ready for the Pelicans coming to the FedEx Forum on October 22nd. But we don't get to see that. We get to see Scottie Pippen Jr. in that role, which is fine. Like he needs to get some run at it as well, but it's not our superstar playmaker who needs to be the captain of this team, who is our alpha, who is the guy that this team flows through. We get another injury to Ja Morant, and it's frustrating. It hurts. It's a gut punch. Like I said, I'm not real excited about it, Drew, but we're going to try and just see for what it is. It's a low-grade ankle sprain. He's week to week, and we'll see him in time for the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, listen, you could – yeah, I mean, we can make this a bigger deal than what it is. It just sucks, and that's all I'm going to say. It's like it just sucks that you're dealing with this already. Hopefully, if you want to be positive, you say, well, let's get the injuries out of the way at the start. Great. You can do that, but it is a pattern. It does suck, and I'm not going to rue the loss of a preseason game of Ja Morant, but it's just the trajectory in which we were going here. You thought that it was going here, so
yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, as we live react, like we're fans. It's a gut punch. Like we cover the Grizzlies, but we are fans first and foremost, and it's a gut punch. If you're joining us here, we're live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central. Went a little early today because of work commitment I have. Drew's been having some Wi-Fi issues, but we wanted to hop on and talk, and I'm glad we did so we could have this vent session. Y'all come on if you're here. If you just logged in, let us know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about Ja Morant spraining his ankle early, missing the first preseason game? Like, there's a lot of question marks, Drew, around this team. We can sit here and we can be glass half full and say we're going to have 2 top 5 picks next year if injuries bite us again, because we're going to have that Phoenix pick. It's going to be really good. And there's a Boozer kid that's going to be amazing that's going to fall to about 3rd or 4th in that draft. But if I'm not ready to say that the season's going to be a wash yet in October before the season even starts. I'm not ready to go there yet.
And nobody should. And I apologize, everybody. I don't know what the deal with my internet is. I'm pretty much convinced it's a StreamYard issue because I'm hardwired in. I got 250 megabits per second worth of internet going through this computer. I don't know what the problem is. I hope you guys can hear me. If not, Rusty, just interject and do what you got to do. But it just stinks. Listen, I don't change my outlook for the season because of a grade 1 ankle sprain that happens the day of the preseason the first preseason game. I'm not going to change my outlook for the Grizzlies. Ja Morant has shown that every time he comes back from an injury, he is Ja Morant, and he's not scared of it. He's not bashful. He's going to go, and he's going to try to dunk on you just like he's been playing the whole season. So I'm not that nervous about the prospects of the season. I think we're kind of fighting the world again this season, which is where the Memphis Grizzlies like to be. It's where Ja Morant wants to be. It's fighting against the media and against, low expectations. And I don't see any reason why it's not. It's just the start of the season is going to be a little touch and go now. We're going to be watching for Grizz PR, the Grim Reaper of all Twitter accounts.
Yeah. I've got Twitter pulled up, and I've got my notifications turned on for the Grizz PR. Nothing from them yet, just to Michael Cole. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you're just coming over, Ja Morant suffered an ankle sprain in practice yesterday. It's considered week to week. It could also be precautionary, Drew. Like, it could simply be he turned his ankle yesterday. It's a little puffy today. They're shutting him down for the preseason to have him ready for the regular season. That's also a possibility. So, like, I'm not going to get on here. I'm going to crash out. I'm not going to, like you said, like, it's too early for it to start really affecting our psyche, because it could truly just be a precautionary holdout while his ankle gets some time to heal. He's our superstar. We go as Ja goes. And I would rather him have a little ankle turn and they shut him down for the preseason and him be ready to go for game 1 versus see him in the preseason getting run in the offense. Ja's smart. He's athletic. He's going to figure it out. He is going to be fine. in this offense. Would it have been nice to see him get to run in preseason? Absolutely. But I'm also okay with the Grizzlies shutting him down for the preseason and having him ready for the games that actually count.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. I don't think this is indicative of anything larger. I'm not going to say that the house of cards is already falling, but it just, as a fan, when you ramp up to this part, and you had media day last week where you left everybody excited, and Cedric Coward, and I mean, you got so much stuff to be excited about. Your superstar, the one in which this whole franchise rests on this person's shoulders, has a turned ankle, and it's like, just lets a little air out of the tank.
Yeah, a little bit. I got that. But let's talk about somebody. We got just a few minutes as we start to wind this show down before I got training at 11 o'clock. Let's talk about some positives that we can take away from tonight. Ty Jerome is going to be part of the replacement plan for Desmond Bane's offensive production, especially behind the three-point line. Drew, we've seen videos all summer of Jerome getting up shots in the gym and putting up a ton of threes, and him and Cedric Coward never truly miss. Like, I don't know that Ty Jerome's going to play much past the second quarter, but I'm excited to see him in this pick and roll style offense, because if anybody can go on a heater in the last couple of seasons, it's been Ty Jerome. I witnessed it firsthand in the FedEx Forum when they came to town and they put on that cavalanche against us in the third quarter. Yeah. Maggie and I were like 9 rows behind the goal, Cleveland's goal, and they never missed a freaking shot for like a quarter and a half in that game. And Ty Jerome was a big part of that. But Drew, he finally gets to don the blue, the Beale Street blue, and be for us, not against us. I'm excited to see what he could look like in this offense as well as we transition off of the Ja news.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is a known commodity at this point. You know, the only thing that he hasn't been able to do, which I guess it always comes back to this, the one season he goes fully healthy is the one season he's been completely uninjured. And that he is a known commodity as long as he stays healthy. And so I don't ever bank on injuries from anybody. That's not a mindset that I like to keep. So I'm excited about Ty Jerome. I think he's a certified bucket. I think he can score at all levels of the court. And I look forward to having the guy be the first one off the bench, leading a bench unit that is a certified bucket. I can't remember the last one we had that. The last time we had that, of just, you know, that whoever's coming off the bench is, one, you know who the first guy off the bench is going to be, and then two, that guy can get you a bucket.
I don't know that we've ever had that. Like, I can think of guys that were that in streaks, where you had like Luke Kennard in streaks. You had, going way back, like Courtney Lee gave us that for a few games. Like, you've had like guys that would do it streaky, but I don't know that I can't remember a guy that we could consistently say like that's
Marshawn Brooks.
Troy Daniels for that like 2-month period where he was just an absolute
nuclear
bucket.
He got a couple NBA contracts off of that one. Just being the best 3-point shooter in 6 minutes a game.
Yeah, 6 minutes a game for like 20 games for us one year. It was the Spurs or somebody where he just went absolute nuclear and it like had like 31 points, made like 9 threes, like absolute heater, but it wasn't consistent. Like, I don't know that we've ever had a guy that, like, and again, not pumping the brakes, not trying to be like Ty Jerome's the savior of this franchise, but this could be our first consistent, like, countable bucket on a second unit that I can remember. And I've been a fan since 1995.
Yeah, I mean, we were excited about Vince Williams Jr. being the 6th man of the year, but his best asset was his lockdown defense. You know, right. This is a bucket off the bench. And if you want to compete for a 6th man of the year, you look at the teams that had the 6th man of the year in recent history. They've all been highly successful teams. Like Peyton Pritchard,
Naz Reid.
Like, they're all leading good offenses, and finishing second in that category last year was my man. So yeah. I'm all in.
I'm here for it, man. It could be the start of something great for this Grizzlies second unit. Drew, any last second thoughts before we wrap this show up on the preseason game tonight? Anything you want to see? Anything we hadn't talked about?
I just want to see Cedric Coward. That is truly it now.
Yeah. That's true. Cedric Coward could be the salve for all the wounds that came today with this Ja Morant news, for sure. Like, if Cedric Coward goes out and balls out tonight, like, it could be one of those things. Yes, we'll still be talking about Ja. We'll still be worried about Ja until Grizz PR and we get more information. But a Cedric Coward 30-piece tonight could go a long way in helping us be like, you know what? That's all right, because we got that from Cedric. Oh, are you muted? Mike went out. Something. There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I will act irresponsibly if Cedric Coward goes for 30 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will say some outlandish things. I mean, I'd even go as far as saying like John Moran is optional. Point Cedric.
Point Cedric. Yeah,
you say
man,
you say you think he's Michael Jordan, Kawhi Leonard. He needs the ball in his hands.
No, he's not either of them. He is Cedric Coward is who he is. Say his name. But yeah, as we wrap up, I agree with Jared. Like if it's week to week, I don't think it's necessarily a high ankle sprain. I don't think it's a grade 3 or 4. The caveat being it's hard to tell early because swelling can hide things on imaging, but we're gonna choose to be positive here. We're gonna take a victory lap, say that yes, it's week to week. They're shutting him down for the preseason so that John Moran can be ready for game 1 against the Pelicans on the 22nd. Scottie Pippen Jr. next man up. Youth we can hype up and see a movement from the youth tonight and see some good basketball. But that's going to do it for our show today. I got a training I got to hop to. Drew continues to have Wi-Fi issues as he's frozen on air. He's back. But we'll get this resolved.
No, I was just reading something. Sorry.
We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel at the right time. Same rap channel, same rap time as Eminem once said. But in the meantime, go be a friend of somebody who needs a friend. And Drew, if you can, tell them why there are no refunds.
That's because there's no, you get what you pay for with a $2 sports show.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.